Last 3 moves. Single hand supporting the heavens, palms facing up, fingertips pointing towards each other. The hands come up about chest height. The right palm turns to face down, as the left palm turns over to face up. One hand goes up as the other goes down. 1. We turn the hands over so the palms face in and the arms come back. And 2. The left hand keeps going down as the right hand turns over to go up. Right hand up, left hand down. 3. Turning the hands over, bringing the arms back, and 4. Now it's the right hand that keeps going down, the left hand turns over. When we've reached as high and as low as we can, pointing the fingers up and down and turning the wrists, hands coming back, 6. Good. Switching hands one more time. Right hand up, left hand down. 7. We bring our hands back towards each other. When they become level with each other, both palms facing down, the hands come down and to our sides. Turning and bending the waist. We overlap our hands, we make a big circle with the arms so they come up overhead, out to the sides, and down. We then place our palms on the small of the back. And we turn the spine, first turning to the left, 1, facing front, turning to the other side, turning to the right, 2. Coming back. From here we bend forward, relaxing the back, 5. Coming back upright. And then using the palms to support the low back, we lean backwards a little bit, opening across the chest. Coming back to alignment, and 4. Repeating all 4 directions, first twisting to the left. 5, facing front. Turning the other way. And 6, facing front. Bending at the hips, relaxing the back. 7. Coming back upright. Stretching out the front, leaning backwards just a little bit. 7. Coming back to alignment, hands at our sides, and 8. Good. Last move, raising the arms, opening the chest. One hand over the other. We bring the arms up. Hands overhead, lifting the heels. 1. Heels setting down, overlapping the hands, lowering the arms, and 2. Same thing again, one hand over the other. Fingertips overhead, lift the heels. 3. Set the heels down, relax the shoulders. Good, and 4. 2 more times. Breathing in as the hands come up. Breathing out as we lower the arms. One more time. Nice full breath, breathing in. And a nice full breath, breathing out. And close. Very good. Let's all find a chair and we'll do a sitting meditation. Okay. I should briefly talk about breathing, because usually in the class I don't say much about breathing, though breathing is very important for Qigong. It's so important that I avoid giving you too much direct instruction about it. Mainly because the main advice around breathing in Qigong is to not force the breath in any particular way. The breathing is important because they say the lungs create the rhythm that sets like a metronome, sets the rhythm for the whole body. This is for things like the peristaltic motion through the digestive system, but even the movement of the qi through the channels. The rhythm of it is set by the function of the lungs. And so having the lungs be able to provide that rhythm is very important. But at the same time, the rhythm, the flow of the qi is directed also by the intent. So the pulse or the pacing of it is set by the lungs. Where it ends up going is set by the movement of the body or the intention of the mind. So all of these things need to coordinate, or these two things need to coordinate together. In many ways, they need to find their own way to work with each other. So if you start focusing too much on, should I breathe here or should I not breathe here? Am I breathing too fast? Am I breathing too slow? How do I breathe in time with everyone else? It just sets up opportunity for things to become not coordinated anymore. And so my approach to it is to just let people focus on the movements, and then as they do the movements, the breathing will follow. It's sort of like someone told me with storytelling. When people are telling a story, if the storyteller has the pacing right and everyone is engaged in it, the audience all starts breathing in sync. They all breathe in unison, right? It's not by the storyteller saying, okay, everyone breathe in here and now breathe out here. It's just by getting them engaged in something else. In that activity, in this case the Qigong, is a thing that allows everything to coordinate naturally with each other, and then find its own rhythm. So during the class, except for maybe the last move or two, I usually don't worry too much about giving you advice on the breathing. But at the same time, I'm using this as an opportunity to say, oh, but you should think about the breathing and allow the breath to happen in the way that feels appropriate to the movement. And then it's mainly a process of being aware that that is happening and encouraging that to happen. So, and sitting meditation is a perfect opportunity to think about the breathing. So we'll do the sitting meditation, 3 center meditations: center of the lower abdomen, center of the chest, and center of the forehead. First of all, we want to be sitting comfortably in our chairs, sitting upright, in alignment, but also relaxed. We take a nice deep breath, breathing in and out. Just continuing to breathe at your own pace, but encouraging the breath to become relaxed, even, and full. And focusing on the breath helps to turn the intent inwards, clearing the mind of other thoughts. And as we focus inwards, we guide our intent down into the lower abdomen. We can imagine our breath collecting here And the center of the lower abdomen is like the base of the mountain, anchoring the mountain to the ground below, providing it with its foundation and stability. The movement in this area is one that settles downwards. This area is known as the lower center. We let our mind rest here. We then take a nice deep breath, breathing in, and as we breathe out, we let our focus move up to the center of the chest. And this area is like the cliffs of the mountain, raising the mountain upwards, giving it its height and presence in the world. The movement in this area is one that expands outwards. This area is known as the middle center. We let our mind rest here. Then take a nice deep breath, breathing in. And as we breathe out, we let our focus move up to the center of the forehead. And this area is like the summit of the mountain. Looking out from here, we can see far off into the distance. This is an area of clear vision and clear judgment. This area is known as the upper center. We let our mind rest here. We then take a nice deep breath, breathing in. Returning to the lower abdomen as we breathe out. And with each following breath, breathing at your own pace, we connect these three areas. Rising up as we breathe in and settling back down as we breathe out. keeping the breath even, relaxed, and full. Allowing the intent to rise and fall in time with the breath. Always returning to the lower abdomen as we breathe out. Always ending each breath by settling back downwards. And before we end off, we take note of the calm. We remind ourselves to take this with us as we go through the rest of the day. And we'll finish off with 2 nice deep breaths into the lower abdomen, starting with a nice deep breath breathing in and out. One more time, a nice full breath breathing in and a nice full breath breathing out. Very good. Thank you for joining me for the class. I hope you all have a good week. We'll see you again next week. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, James. That was great.
Okay, thank you.